Today I will show you how to edit like Ken Carson. Yo, it's Povikas here, and let's begin. Alright guys, so here I have a bunch of clips of Ken Carson from some of his music videos, and what we can do is we can press Ctrl+Y, and at the start we will make his signature signal effects. So to make those crazy signal effects, you actually need to add a plugin called Signal, and as you can see, when you add the effect, it looks already great, but what you can actually do is go to Luma Modulation and turn off tape errors. We don't want that, and you can actually turn off the turn on and off, but for this I actually like to keep it. And what I actually like to do is I like to go to emulating VHS, and I like to make it to VHS EP. And here the most important part pretty much is I like to make the signal strength to 3. Now as you can see, that looks really cool, but let's keep going. Let's also add fast box blur, and here let's make the blur radius to 2, but let's on top of that also add unsharp mask. And here I like to make the radius to something like 4 and the amount to 120. And the last effect we can add is hue saturation, and I like to actually desaturate it because as you might have noticed, Ken Carson has a bit darker clips, so I can make it to -38. And that is going to look fantastic, absolutely amazing, just like this. And we can call this layer to Signal, or I think that sounds really cool. And now we can go to Google or wherever you want and go to images and type screen loading or whatever, you know, something like that, and find a GIF. So for example, maybe this one, and you can right click, go to save image as, and just save it as an image, and then go to After Effects, and now we will make that crazy effect from Ken Carson's Margiela music video. I don't know if I pronounced that right, and now add it into After Effects. Now once you have added it into After Effects, a couple of things I like to do is I like to actually place it below the signal to make it look a bit cooler. And the most important part about this effect is you need to go to the last frame of your clip, press Ctrl+D to duplicate it, and now right click, go to time, and press freeze frame. And now this will pretty much just freeze your last frame, and you can drag this to however long you want the loading screen effect to be. And now let's go to the loading GIF, right click, go to blending mode, and you can make it to lighten, add, or screen. So I'm just gonna make it to add actually, and I'm actually going to make this a bit smaller because it's kind of big, so I'll make it to 70, and that looks really cool. But since we are trying to improve the visuals a bit more, we can actually do way better. So what we can do is we can press Ctrl+Shift+D on the adjustment layer of signal and delete this, so the signal is only at this part. And here we can press Ctrl+Y, and on this adjustment layer, let's go to animation presets, user presets, and I'm going to be adding a crazy effect for my Opium presets pack. So I'll add Opium 18. This is an absolutely insane effect. I just absolutely love it so much, and it's just going to look really cool for this loading screen. We can actually, what we can do is we can actually start the Opium effect a bit later, so we can start one frame after. So like this. I think that's gonna actually look way cooler. Oh yeah, and one thing we can do is actually go on top of every clip, press Ctrl+Y, and add motion tile, because in a lot of Ken Carson music videos, he has black bars around. So let's make the output width to something like 75. And as you can see, it gives us these black bars. So yeah, this looks absolutely crazy. I definitely recommend to mess around and add a bunch of these Opium effects. My Opium presets pack will be linked in the description. It has over 30 of these crazy Opium presets, and it even has glitches and text effects, so I definitely recommend to check it out. But anyways, let's keep going. So let's go to this clip of Ken Carson lighting something up. I actually don't really know what he's doing, but I do know what we can do. We can press Ctrl+Y and make the adjustment layer go to the transition point, so it transitions from this clip to this clip. So here I'm going to add some sort of a glitch. To add glitches really fast, you can just add Opium glitch 2, and I'm gonna go to maybe this frame, and I'll press Ctrl+Shift+D and delete. And the glitch is gonna look something like this. It's a really short glitch, I'm not gonna lie, but it's pretty cool. And now we can go to this part, and what we can do is press Ctrl+D to duplicate the layer, right click, go to time, freeze frame, and bring it to however long you want it to last. And now we can take our loading GIF that we made, press Ctrl+D, and just bring it right here. And for this one, you can just press Ctrl+D on the signal layer and bring it right here, because I think this looks amazing with the signal layer as well. I mean, as you can see, that is really cool. And you can also press Ctrl Y, and you could add Opium Terror on top of this to make it look insane. Now, the thing about Opium Terror is if you actually add this effect, you could just add it below Signal. And below Signal, it's going to look like this. I mean, I know it looks super damaged, but that's the whole Ken Carson style pretty much. Just to look incredibly damaged. Alright, and now let's just go to a clip of Ken Carson's face. I don't know what he's even doing here. And you can press Ctrl D, and again, right click, time, freeze frame. And let's actually extend this one pretty far like this, you know? And you know what? Press Ctrl D on the loading GIF, bring it right here. And for this one, I'll press Ctrl Y. I will add Opium 13 simple, and it is going to look like this. But you might be wondering, okay, Povikas, what's happening? Why can't we see the loading GIF? Well, actually, we need to place it on top of the adjustment layer. And what we can do is we can press Ctrl D on it and press Ctrl D on it again. So that's going to be pretty cool. But as you can see, some colors start to pop out like that. So if you want the colors to pop out, you can add S dissolve luma. And I like to make the dissolve percentage to 14%. And you can add this as dissolve luma to all of the loading GIFs. And it's going to make it look pretty cool. But we can also go to the signal layer, press Ctrl D, duplicate it, and bring it right here as well. And this is how it will look, really cool. And for the last effect we will make, I will make the super signal Ken Carson look that you have seen in his music videos, but I'll make it just a little bit better. So to actually make that super signal look, what we just need to do is just press Ctrl D on the signal layer, and let's just bring the layer right here. And what we need is we need to go below the signal layer, press Ctrl Y, and on this adjustment layer, you need to add Opium 2 from the Opium presets pack. And it is going to make it look like this, which just looks absolutely crazy and absolutely insane look. And you can also do the same thing, you know, make the loading GIF pop up here. Actually, the loading GIF on this one is going to look like the best loading GIF you probably have seen in your life. I mean, just look at this. Super colorful, super nice. So just make sure to mess around a lot. And also, guys, as a thank you gift for watching these tutorials and just supporting the channel, I want to let you know that if you use code Povikas, you will be able to save $5 off on the Opium presets pack. But anyways, guys, that's about it for the video. If you have any questions, then please let me know. But anyways, it was fun. Have a fun and productive day. See you.